The Enigma of the Silent Clock. In the quiet town of Willow Creek, nestled among whispering trees and forgotten histories, stands the grand and mysterious Rutherford estate. For decades, the townspeople have avoided its shadow, leaving its secrets buried deep within its ancient walls. But when the town's mayor mysteriously disappears, and a silent clock in the old mansion begins to tick in reverse, Detective Naomi Hargrove is drawn into a chilling mystery that unravels a pact made long ago, a pact that holds the town's fate in its grasp. As the darkness within the estate begins to stir, Naomi must confront a ghost from the past and face an ancient force that may soon consume everything. But the clock is ticking, and time is running out. Do you dare to follow her into the shadows? The Enigma of the Silent Clock Chapter 1, A Whisper in the Dark. The town of Willow Creek had long been a place of secrets, its cobblestone streets lined with old houses that held stories too old to be remembered. Among these was the grand Rutherford estate, perched on a hill like a watchful sentinel, its windows dark and uninviting. Late one autumn evening, as the wind rustled the dry leaves, a figure stood at the edge of the estate's wrought iron gate. Dressed in a long trench coat, Detective Naomi Hargrove studied the mansion's silhouette. A faint light flickered from one of the attic windows, an odd detail, given the estate had been abandoned for decades. Naomi had been called to investigate the curious case of the silent clock. The mansion's massive, century-old grandfather clock had mysteriously stopped, its hands frozen at 11:59 p.m., precisely when the town's mayor had disappeared 3 nights ago. As she approached the mansion, a chill washed over her. The door, though weathered, creaked open without a sound, beckoning her inside. Her footsteps echoed in the vast foyer, her breath forming small clouds in the cold, still air. The only sound was the slow, deliberate ticking of her wristwatch, a reminder that time still moved, everywhere but here. She reached the parlor, where the clock stood tall, its face pale and still, like a silent witness to something dreadful. Her hand grazed its brass pendulum, but it did not move. Suddenly, there was a faint whisper, a voice. Naomi turned, her heart pounding, but the room was empty. She reached for her flashlight, but before she could switch it on, the dim glow from the attic window vanished.